Mike Tango request taxi.
Lufthansa 16 Mike Tango.
Taxi via Whiskey 2, Echo 2 and entry November 4, Lufthansa 16 Mike Tango.
That's confirmed, Whiskey 2, then Delta 2 and Echo 2.
Whiskey 2, then Delta 2, then Echo 2, Lufthansa 16 Mike Tango.
Mission April, hello, United 30, entry November 10.
United 30 April, good day, taxi to stand 204 Alpha via Whiskey 2.
204 Alpha via Whiskey 2, 927.
April, guten Abend, Lufthansa 40 Mike, stand 244, request pushback.
Lufthansa 40 Mike, April, good day, and for push number 1, I will call you back. Lufthansa 7 Kilo Victor, expect stand 309er, contact Apron 121, 9er 30, tschüss.
Expect 309er, could be the frequency for Lufthansa 7 Kilo Victor.
Frequency is 121, 9er 30.
121, 9er 30, Lufthansa 7 Kilo Victor.
That's parking brake. Apron, schönen guten Abend, Tupa Lima, 209 Bravo, pushback please.
Lufthansa 2 Papa Lima, Apron Servus, pushback approved, facing south.
Push approved, face south, and jetzt schon mal für dich, Bravo 12 haben wir kalkuliert.
2 Papa Lima, Roger.
No truck, disconnected. Light has been removed.
Lufthansa 40 Mike, and clear of the Airbus 320 behind, pushback approved, facing north.
When clear of traffic behind, pushback approved, facing north, Lufthansa 40 Mike.
Lufthansa 16 Mike Tango, straight ahead and contact Apron 1, correction, contact ground 121, 9er 80, tschüss.
Contact ground 121, decimal 9er 8, tschüss, Lufthansa 16 Mike Tango.
München Apron, hello again from Air Berlin 441, pushed and started from stand 54 requesting taxi.
Air Berlin 441, taxi straight ahead, entry Sierra 8.
Straight ahead, entry 08 for Air Berlin 441. Hey, I figured I'd get started. This is a longer than usual flight today. I hope that's okay. Hope nobody feels left behind or anything like that, but it is 2 hours down to Toulouse. I thought it was going to be like, okay, maybe an hour and 45 minutes. Let's see. JSG Droid, take your time. One important safety tip about today, and I guess maybe starting early wasn't such a good idea, and I apologize for that. That probably wasn't the best thing for me to do. But go over to FSLTL. There's an update for model matching for FSLTL today. there's also an update on the A380, which we could try too. Hi, Fabian. Blue Idol is here too. But no, maybe it wasn't such a good idea for me to do this. So apologies for kind of leaving behind. I figured let's get a start on this early. So anyway, let's get the chair over there. Plus, you know, we missed out on all the music and stuff. So there we go. But you've also seen me start up the baby bus 100 times. So really just love the detail in this airplane. T-Bird, welcome aboard. Thanks for coming in today. Nice little taxi out here. A little bit of light rain today here in München. And of course, we've got the Airbrow mug already full of Spy tea and stuff like that. But so we've already been over to Airbrow, so we got that taken care of. Can you at least say, hop on your plane, let's go flying? Hop in your airplane, it's flying time. That's right, I forgot, I did miss doing the music and stuff, didn't I? So this really was a bad idea. I will not do it again. I'm sorry about that. It is cold and dark, Hamburg from Crete. Slarty Bard, how you doing? Good to see you, Slarty Bard. I hope you're good today. Irving has dark fruit cider. Really?
Whiskey 2 and Delta 40 and Reserve. Super Lima.
Yeah, a lot of the magic there. T-Bird, what time are you starting tomorrow? Hey, T-Bird, good to see you. If it says 1800 Zulu, hey, FlyDenoob. FlyDenoob, it says you were banned on the channel. Sorry about that, FlyDenoob. I don't know if you are or not. 121.830 now for Air Berlin 441. Goodbye. Have a good weekend. So there's a very easy way to see what time we're starting tomorrow. Go to SimBrief. Look in the lower left-hand corner. If it says 1800 Zulu, that's when we're starting. That's when we're starting, okay? That's, you know, and if the time has changed, then there you go. München ground, Guten Abend from Air Berlin 441, approaching entry 8.
Good Abend, Berlin 441, give way to the 777, right to left, behind, taxi via Sierra and Bravo 13, holding 26 left.
Sierra and Bravo 13 to runway 26 left after we give way to the very big airplane ahead of us, Air Berlin 441. This was a VOD from yesterday and refreshed the browser. Oh no, JSG Droid. Yeah, this really was a bad idea. It was a bad idea, and I promise never to do it again. I will start on time, and I won't do this. This was bad. Sorry. Hey, Loviz. Yeah, I thought I was being clever, and as it turned out, I was not being clever at all. Entry 8, Sierra Bravo 13. I thought I was being super duper clever and saving some time because we got a longer way to go to Toulouse, but apparently this was not good at all. Larson wants a beautiful cup of hot spy chocolate. That would be good. It is cold today. It's also the 1st of November too. And in the middle of all of that, Loviz did a resub. Loviz has been here for 45 months, has been so awesome about helping me, just helping me keep flights all set and everything else and not doing stupid stuff. So thanks for being here, Loviz, and thanks for the support. You couldn't cancel your world flight slot, so you're going to fly that in a couple of hours. Probably a good idea. Probably, if you couldn't cancel it. Ollie, welcome aboard. Black Dog, hi Laxon, thank you for coming in.
Tango and Bravo 6 and 3 Sierra 3.
Bravo 6 and 3 Sierra 3.
Yeah, the A380, so when you're over updating...
1 call tower, 120.505, have a flight, goodbye.
120.505 now for Air Berlin 441. Thanks, have a good weekend.
You too, thanks.
Ground control, Lufthansa 2 Papa Lima on Sierra 8, Bravo 12, we're ready.
2 Papa Lima, Service Bravo 12, holding point.
Lufthansa 681, preceding traffic airborne, wind 240 degrees, 3 knots, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Bravo 13, I was supposed to come over here.
Postman 916, contact München, radar 127.955.
127.955, Postman 916, I'm for service, see you.
No Life Seaver is flying along on Xbox. How's your Xbox working these days, No Life Seaver? I was supposed to go to the third spot here. I don't know what I'm doing. Ollie, yeah, it's been a while since we had Air Berlin, so I figured I would do Air Berlin down to Toulouse today. We are flying out of an event in... I was also a little freaked out that this was a very big VATSIM event. Okay, make sure I'm not plowing into somebody here. Good, not doing that. So, this is supposed to be an overload in Munich, and I thought, I better get going early. I'd really better get going early. We're going to be on the ground forever if we don't. And, of course, we weren't. So, hi, Martel. Welcome aboard. München Tower, good Abend from Air Berlin 441. Pulling up to runway 26 left at Bravo 13, fully ready.
Air Berlin 441, München Tower, hello.
There's that big 777. I do, yeah, absolutely. Like just like Irvi said, questions are always welcome here.
77 Foxtrot, wind 240 degrees, 3 knots, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff, no delay.
Clear for takeoff, no delay,
Lufthansa 681, contact München, ground 121.830.
I think everyone's going to converge on Sydney for World Flight. People are already spawning 2 hours early. Yeah, I think that the events are starting to get so packed that they're doing things like I just did here today, which was, you know, depart a little bit early to get ahead of the rush. So, you know, departure is 127.955. 127.955. And really, you know, when it comes to these airplane things, it really is all about preparation and stuff, right? Okay, all set and ready to go there. Hey, Pablo, welcome aboard. You're going to do a flight from London to Palma de Mallorca in the A350. That's a nice choice.
Lufthansa 374, wind 240 degrees, 3 knots, runway 26 left, cleared to land.
Clear to land, 26 left.
So for those of you that are a little behind because I went so fast, don't worry, I will take my time getting to Toulouse and make sure. There is an update.
Traffic is company A319, short final, report in sight.
Ja, not in sight, aber ich müsste gleich erfassen. Der erste in sight.
Lufthansa Papa Lima behind, mention traffic, line up runway 26 left, behind.
Mention traffic, line up 26.
I see another one over here, another one there, and another one there. It's already really, really busy here.
Berlin 441, behind, next landing, Lufthansa A319, line up 26 left, behind, 1 in departure, ahead.
Behind the A319 that just landed, will line up and wait behind Berlin 441. Larson says there's a lot of updates on the A380. So we ought to check that out today too. If you decide that you want to catch up in a quick way and don't mind not departing out of Munich, you could depart out of Geneva or Zurich and probably be ahead of me going into Toulouse.
Left clear takeoff, to Papa Lima.
Lufthansa 374, contact München ground 121.830.
All set and ready to go. ECAM checklist is green. Toulouse, here we come.
Ciao. 8 hours, good afternoon. Ticket 24 Alpha, point around 13, ready for departure.
3 jets 2 for Alpha, München Tower, hello.
Almost ready. And our SID is a south.
München Tower, hallo.
München Tower, schönen guten Abend. Condor 2455, holding short of Bravo 15.
Condor 2455, München Tower, hallo. Okay.
Almost time to go. Where was Friday night ops yesterday? I think it was in Cancun and Cozumel. I think it was Cancun and Cozumel. In that part, we flew in.
Berlin 441, wind 260 degrees, 4 knots, runway 26 left, clear to take off.
Clear of takeoff, Berlin 441. Shall we go? And throttles up halfway.
Departing A319, line up runway 26 left.
There we go. Clock is set. And manual flex. SRS and runway is set. Auto thrust is blue. And I'm doing an early departure, and I promise never to do this again.
17955, probably made it.
$100 knots. And V1, it's a little damp, so rotate. Nice view of the cargo area. There's that big old cargo and Technic terminal. Come back in here. Look outside again. Enjoy the view.
Contact München radar 127.955.
127.955. Thanks. Ciao.
9 Victor Tango.
And that's going to be München. Lever climb. München, guten Abend from Air Berlin 441, passing 3,800 for flight level 70.
Air Berlin 441, München radar, hello, identify climb to flight, tempo effort to flight level 09.
Flight level 090 for Lufthansa, Air Berlin 441. And Toulouse, here we come, and an incredibly busy night in Munich, but that's because it is called an overload event. And that means they're supposed to try and jam as many airplanes into the airport as possible. Maybe everybody just hung out over at the over at Airbrow. Hi, Arthur, welcome aboard.
Lufthansa 6 Lima Tango, descent to altitude 6,000
and altimeters, standard, and standard. There we go.
Lufthansa 6 Lima Tango, reduce speed to 2.
So, like I said, since I was silly and started early today, if you don't want to depart out of Munich along our flight path, you could also depart out of Zurich. There is an ATC at Zurich right now, but you could depart out of Zurich and probably beat me into Toulouse.
Lufthansa 6 Lima Tango, contact München radar.
There is ground and ATIS up at Geneva, and that's pretty much along our flight path. So those would be good departure points for you.
Air Berlin 441, contact München radar 120.780, bye.
120.780 now for Air Berlin 441. Thanks. Have a good weekend. And this is still München radar.
From the 2 Papa Lima first, 2B pass.
Say again for 2 Papa Lima, sorry.
Direct B pass.
Direct B pass, 2 Papa Lima.
There was a Frankfurt Friday, but they decided not to advertise it as much because it was way too much traffic. Really? That's a little sneaky. Understandably sneaky, but okay.
So 79 Hotel descent to flight level 110.
München, guten Abend from Air Berlin 441 at flight level 90.
Good afternoon, Berlin 441, radar contact, plan to flight level 190.
Flight level 190, Berlin 441.
Sun Express 2, Quebec Papa.
So they did do Frankfurt Friday, but they decided not to advertise it. Well, I hope it was more manageable. Gonna have to plan for that, I guess.
Turkish 5 Delta Quebec, München radar identified.
Over to airports.
Descent to flight level 130.
10,000 feet, landing lights, nose light, cabin call. Hi, Katzer Love.
Radar 1291.
Hello, Flight Sim Aviation.
Sun Express 2, Quebec Papa, fly heading to 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 airplanes that I can see just in that view around the airport right now. Flight Sim Aviation has been doing yard work today. 'Tis the season before the snow flies, Flight Sim Aviation.
I believe we've left your airspace postman 916.
You did, and you released advisory. Good night.
122.8, thanks for the service, postman 916 here.
It was in Frankfurt Friday terms. There was like no traffic at all, really. Flight Sim Aviation wants snow. That's really pretty view outside the window there. The night.
Air Berlin 441, direct OBTEX.
Air Berlin 441 is now direct to OBTEX.
Holding 78 Foxtrot, proceed Delta Mike 453, thereafter 459.
Direct Delta Mike 453, thereafter Delta Mike 459, your wing 78 Foxtrot.
Sun Express 2, Quebec Papa, fly speed 250 knots.
So it did work that there just wasn't a lot. It was getting crazy, more than 200 inbounds in 2 hours, plus all the departures, ATC. Yeah, that's important. It's important that the events stay fun. It really is. And I'll be honest, sometimes someone asks, you know, why do you always fly? Do you ever do air traffic control? No, it doesn't look like fun at all to me. That'd be hard work.
Berlin 441, contact München 132455, enjoy.
132455 now for Air Berlin 441. Thanks. Have a good weekend. 132455.
Callman only, contact 132, decimal 30.
455. 132455. Okay, there we go. München, guten Abend from Air Berlin 441, approaching flight level 190 overhead Etzel.
Level 310.
Flight level 310, Air Berlin 441. So the flight attendants get up, start handing out those Air Berlin chocolate hearts. It is really starting to pick up fast. I mean, when I started, there were 5 airplanes on the ground today. There were 5 airplanes. Look at how jammed it is. Thing is, it really looks like what I would expect that airport to look like. Let's see, JSG Droid taking the C750.
Berlin 441, climb, cushion, proceed direct Raserding.
Berlin 441 direct to. Looking at that on my list. I'm not seeing it.
Berlin 441, it's Ding, it's Tango Romeo Alpha.
Okay, I'm an idiot. Direct to Tango Romeo Alpha, Berlin 441. Thank you.
No worries.
Wait, once I don't remember that waypoint. JSG Droid figured it out, taking the C750. You're going to get there before I am.
Monitor advisory.
JSG Droid's going to make it for sure. At flight level 5 billion at warp factor 10 in the C750. Yeah, I think it is fun to do some ATC. It is. It's just not, like you just said, at those traffic levels. Black Dog, thank you for the help with Tango Romeo Alpha. Man. Especially, you know, when we're flying in Europe, the UK, something like that, I do try to just take a look through my flight plan and think, okay, you know, we've got this waypoint and that waypoint, because I know I'm going to get some direct twos, and I always have to look it up. Okay, direct to Lutex, Beno, Nemos, Nitu. What was that one again? Bryler Gaming, welcome aboard, Bryler Gaming. Happy weekend, happy Saturday. First day of November. Happy new month to you. Unstable Rice Cake is back. So far, so good. I hope you're doing good and having a good one. Bryler Gaming with some post-Halloween jokes. What did the witch do when her car broke down? She witch hiked. JSG Droid will not be going at flight level 5 gazillion and warp factor 10. It's only flight level 410 and Mach 0.86. Okay, so it's not that fast.
Jet 823, monitor advisory, ciao.
That's possible, that's right, have a good day.
And seatbelts can go off.
Not head out.
Never a good sign when you start getting those bandwidth things. Thing is the airplane that JSG Droid's going to be flying, the engines are almost as big as the cabin. They're monster engines. Can't wait till they do put out their ERJ, what is it, the 146 or something like that. It's an E-jet that they do. It's the same engines, but a little bit longer. It's one of my favorites, you know, CRJs, because, you know, regional jets, because it's got one seat on the left and two seats on the right. And if you travel alone, boy, having one seat to yourself is like first class. So that's an airplane that's going to be coming out soon. We've also got to figure out where we might want to take our A380 that just got a pretty big update apparently. The last time we did LA to San Francisco.
Danke ebenso.
Still doing a little bit of warm coffee. It's made it to 15 degrees. Really nice outside of Spy HQ today.
Berlin 441, monitor advisory, ciao.
Advisory for Berlin 441. Have a great weekend.
You too, bye-bye.
122.8.
Switch at 9 Victor Tank.
All right, off to France we go. Larson, have I thought of trying the RJ Professional? I know it's got a auto throttle, but I've already got, you know, like you just noted, the BAE 146. This is a nicer BAE 146. If I want to fly the BAE, I'll get in the BAE and, you know, let it slap me around a little bit as only it can. But so, you know, plus we're in a point in time right now where the economy's being really, really weird, and I think it's important to save. So I'm kind of at the point, and I realize that's kind of, you know, counterintuitive if you're doing live streaming, you know, 5 days a week about flight sim, not buying every airport and not buying every airplane right now. if the world gets a little more sane, then we can get back to the usual stuff. But I just think I don't need it now. If it's an airplane that I'm going to buy and fly maybe 3 or 4 times and then it's just going to sit there forever, maybe I'll just wait until another day. Let's see, flight level 370 is our final climb. So that's the only reason why. We do have a spy game that's going to be coming out, which we're going to start doing Mondays. We'll still probably do Vectors to Copenhagen, but it's a spy strategy game. It's over on Steam. It's not out yet. No idea what it's going to cost, but it does look like it's going to be kind of interesting. It's not so much like, you know, spies, you know, doing James Bond shoot 'em up. It's more spy strategy and stuff. Twin Smile Aviation is waiting for Black Friday after Thanksgiving to get the Phoenix aircraft and get it at a better price. Yeah, I think that's a smart idea, is to take advantage of sales and stuff. I think taking advantage of sales is important right now. Really important. And 30 miles to top of climb. And Toulouse is 471 miles to the south. Should we call ahead and place our orders for frog leg pizza? That's kind of ooh, isn't it? Captain Chris, welcome on in. Thank you for coming by today. That is kind of ooh. I mean, that's for me. You know how some people get really when it comes to like pineapple on their pizza? I guess just the thought of frog leg pizza to me kind of just been a little that wasn't good. Let's see. I did turn on set up music. I just never turned it on. What am I doing for Thanksgiving? I'm flying with you. Fly here with friends. I usually go, and what I will do is I'll figure out some sort of a, you know, Thanksgiving, some special Thanksgiving feast, and I usually cook it in advance, put it in the refrigerator, and then fly with friends. And then after that, that's when I'll usually, you know, make it so that I can go and you know, heat it up and enjoy it that way. And that's usually what I do for Thanksgiving. Remember, it's also World Flight Day, and I believe it's starting in Australia. And Loviz says that the airplanes are already starting to stack up here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'd say they probably are. Look at all the planes. It is already a bunch of airplanes there in Australia. Phuket, it is World Flight Day indeed. This is the beginning of World Flight. So there's a number of flight simmers, live streamers that are out. They're doing they're raising money for some really nice sounding charities. I actually don't have any relationships with any charities right now, still just trying to keep the lights on, but they are really doing some good work there, so I always try to support them but stay out of their way. Not anything going at LFBO yet. There's supposed to be a controller test there. And we do have a nice scenery for Toulouse. And there's flight level 370. Turned off the seatbelts, turned off the lights. And we should settle into our final cruise here. Some nice clouds. We've got the nice Milky Way up there too. I think the moon is starting to reappear a bit, so it shouldn't be quite so pitch black dark for our flight today. So we go to that side, you can see with the moon there, you can see the airplane a little bit better. Oh my gosh, my beacon is off. We forgot the bacon. How could we forget the bacon? Did I get my strobes on? I got my strobes on, but I forgot the beacon. How could you forget the bacon? I've got a couple of airplanes up ahead here. So let's see. I know that there is a special terminal at Heathrow that they built just for A380s. We could do an A380 flight out of Heathrow to someplace to test out the A380 update. Or we could go over, we did San Francisco, we did LA to San Francisco on the A380 the last time. So we could go and do San Francisco to someplace if we don't want to fly in the middle of the night. JSG Droid did a departure out of LSCH, and it was a fun-looking loop-de-loop. Those are the fun ones. And if you're good enough with your airplane to do those by hand, you know, not do the autopilot, but you get to fly it yourself, that one makes it even more fun. That makes it even more fun and exciting. 324 miles to top of descent. So there should be a droid plane over here out of CH. Actually, Zurich is kind of a fun airport. The airport layout's a little bit weird, but what's cool about that is, what's really kind of cool about that is the departures and the arrivals into Zurich are always so different. And there is Geneva, and you can see just how big the lake is here in Geneva. Like I said, I figure that's got to be a sailor's paradise for sailboats. Joe Mack just checked in from Dublin. Hi, Joe. Welcome aboard. I hope it is nice in Dublin. We are in Germany right now. Be really kind of fun if we all just, you know, could plan it all out to meet over at Dublin and go to Art's Tavern in Dublin together someday. Guten Abend, Dad Game Time. Welcome, welcome. Just departing Germany for France. Autumn's art studio is here, and Autumn posted a picture of the latest project from the art studio over on Spy Discord. I kind of got the impression that you were supposed to finish the art, what you were making by the end of Halloween, the end of the day yesterday. Was it like a contest or something like that? I'm wondering. Leaving Germany for France. You've seen that movie, and there's a sequel too. I think I hear JSG Droid on the radio. Kind of faint right now because it's far away. Did watch the Charlie Brown it's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown special from way back when, years and years ago. That's a little spy tradition on Halloween night. And then of course Christmas Eve you do the Christmas special. You were participating in a diamond painting event, and that was during Halloween month. Okay, so it was a diamond painting event. I guess it's probably pretty expensive to do the diamond painting event because you know buying those diamonds has got to be pretty expensive. I'm trying to desperately to come up with a carrot joke or something like that because diamonds and carrots, but I'm drawing a blank there, so I'll just leave it there. I did not do the monster mash. I did not do the monster mash. I did make some clam chowder for dinner last night because it was getting kind of chilly out there. It was definitely getting kind of chilly. We do have a 70 knot headwind. I think that's the other reason why I was thinking, oh, we got to get out of here early because we've got actually the jet streams kind of in our face for this flight. And it's like, you know, but that turned out to be a disastrous idea for the live stream, and I won't be doing that again. So if we come over here to weather and do layers and come down to jet streams and turn off radar, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. To go down to our flight in Toulouse. There's where we are right now. Now this is at flight level 220, so 22,000 feet. We're at flight level 370. So you can see that, yeah, this flight is just got the jet stream smack in our face down to Toulouse. So our ground speeds will not be all that exciting. Now let's see, JSG Droid is at flight level 4 and change. Here's flight level 40. So even at flight level 40, JSG Droid is going to have to battle those jet streams too. And flight level 220, so that's kind of what we got as far as the jet stream in our face. And while I was nerding out about the weather, Trip Taker just came in. Hi, Trip Taker. Welcome aboard. And while I was nerding out, Maple Leaf did a resub. Thanks for the resub, Maple Leaf. Maple Leaf has been here for 29 months. That was awful nice of you. Thanks, Maple Leaf. Awesome jet fuel in the flight plan. It was a graveyard smash. Sven Gooley is showing Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein tonight if you have MeTV. Man, I haven't seen that in so long. I don't have any cable. I just no cable at all here at Spy HQ. Haven't had it for years and years. So, Loviz, thank you for a nice tier 2 resub for 45 months. And Maple Leaf, thank you for a resub of 29 months. Dad, Game Time, you stream everything. I just have, you know, the ad-free layer on YouTube, and that's about all I do. And, you know, it means that I don't see movies and TV shows when they originally come out, but eventually they'll pop up over on iTunes or something, so I'll get to see it eventually. And that's usually pretty good. Pluto and Tubi are free streaming services. I could look at those sorts of things, but, you know, life is kind of full right now. I mean, I can watch something while I'm making dinner, and then maybe for 45 minutes after dinner. That's the trade-off. So, yeah, I think life is too expensive for cable right now for a lot of people. I think it's real, and in the United States, with some of the changes here, it's going to get really hard soon. So, unfortunately, my tastes right now are for, you know, World War II docs and World War II and Cold War docs and dramas and movies, and that's about it. Pizza Racer, well, yeah, that's the other thing. You know, I'll get up and I'll start the day, and, you know, some days I'll get up and Sibby is live streaming. So I'm going to put Sibby on, see what's going on down in Athens. And then after I'm done, Agent or Moose you know, or other people. So, you know, I'd much rather stay in touch with the people like that. Hi, Pizza Racer. Gave away 500 in groceries to trick-or-treating families last night. Lots of mac and cheese. Wow, Dad, game time. That was really awesome. What a great idea. I know that I was going to start, whenever I go to the grocery store, you can go and you can basically, at one of the stores that I go to, you can buy like a bag of groceries alongside what you're doing, and those groceries just go directly to a local food bank. And I thought I would start, you know, with the SNAP things changing, I just felt that that would be the best thing that I could do. So I was going to just start, you know, every time I go to the grocery store, I'll just buy one of the extra bags of groceries that they have already set up. They do that at Christmas a lot. Welcome aboard. I've noticed. This is United States stuff if you're from outside, but I think that's a great way to go, Dad, game time. Let's see. Vitosac, did I say your name right? Thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. And there's Nemo. So let's see if we can spot JSG Droid in the biz jet. I see Berlin 441. I don't see a biz jet out. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to have to step up and help out a lot these days. JSG, oh, you just took off, so you're still in this mass of airplanes. There's JSG Droid. All right, JSG Droid is already out, so I've got to watch out for wake turbulence from the biz jet. Watch out for wake turbulence on the biz jet there. Autumn, I don't know, Autumn. There are a lot of unanswered questions, a lot of anxiety. I have no idea how that's going to work out, and with Christmas around the corner as well too. Let's see if there's anything coming on here. Uh-oh, France. Spain is up pretty good. Looks like it's mostly Spain. I don't see anybody doing anything at Toulouse. Nothing in Toulouse yet. Autumn's local churches are already setting up free Thanksgiving meals and stuff. We've definitely got some stormy weather to the south and east of our flight path here. 252 miles to top of descent. Phoenix, ground services. Oh, no. Over here. This is what we do. There is, oh, this is IVAO ATIS. I've been thinking about, we've talked about this kind of on and off. I've been thinking about reactivating my login at IVAO just for when things are super duper jam-packed on VATSIM. That might be kind of a nice thing to try and do. I know that's a whole separate set of, you know, ATC things to maintain on your desktop though. It's supposed to be pronounced Ivanhoe. It is. Oh, no. Oh, okay. So let's see here. Heathrow does have some ATC up right now. And I believe, I think it's either this terminal or this terminal. I think it's this terminal over here at the middle of Heathrow, and that's for their big jumbo airplanes. So that's where you put your A380s over at Heathrow. I know that you could probably bring an A380 into probably Dulles. I don't know where we would take it from there. Let's see, Denver, you can fly an A380 from Denver. But really, you're not going to do any short hops. I think one of the shortest A380 hops is between San Francisco and Los Angeles. Hey, North Gaming, welcome aboard. Dad jokes are always welcome. Sometimes I'm a little slow to get them, though. No Life Seaver likes the A330. That is a good airplane to have as a favorite. I'm guessing you can take an A380 into Atlanta. So we could try a Dulles to Atlanta in an A380. Although I don't know exactly that I've seen A380s there. Don't think you can get the A380 into Jackson Hole, Wyoming or Bozeman. That might be a problem. I think they probably have A380s at Heathrow and Paris. Although Paris, the scenery is so bad. Let's see, JSG Droid had a fun departure. Estimated time en route is 14:14. So JSG Droid's arriving at 19:52 Zulu. Our estimated time of arrival is 19:41. That's pretty good timing, JSG Droid. Emirates flies to San Francisco. Manchester, do they bring A380s into Manchester, Green Giant? I don't know. I actually don't know that many places where A380s go. I saw, I think it was a Lufthansa A380 flying over, you know, this part of Montana. And they were at like flight level 380 or something. They were coming in from obviously Frankfurt or Munich. And I just looked up and it was huge even at that altitude here. Manchester, okay, Buckeye. Hi, Buckeye. Emirates flies to Manchester, so they do have Manchester flights. And EDDH has A380 service too. Really? I knew it was Munich. I didn't know Frankfurt, but I guess so, yeah. Let's see, Buckeye, we need an Airbus hat. Thank you. That way we can stay lucky, right? So we could do a nighttime flight here. Glasgow has an A380 flight? Really? Wow. That's such a big airplane to jam in there. Hamburg. They don't have any more. Emirates is coming in with 777s now. Okay. That's right. EDDH, Hamburg. I know we had Lufthansa flew an A380 over to Denver, but I think that got replaced by an A350 recently. Korean flies an A380 from Seoul, South Korea to Tokyo, Narita. Really? It's under two? Is it that far away? I thought it was like an hour and 15 minutes. I didn't think it was 2 hours or a hair under. Well, maybe that's also boarding time. Moving all those people on and off an A380 is forever. What happened to our tower? I figured they'd be up by now. Maybe they canceled it. VATSIM events, or do I not know how to read the events calendar? As Loviz will tell you, I often screw these things up. Well, I don't see anything. There's the München overload, LFBO tower exam. It doesn't start for an hour and 18 minutes. Okay, so we'll be getting in about the time that the tower exam starts. Nicholas is going to go for an S2 qualification. I always mispronounce it. Blagmac Tower. That can't be the way they pronounce that. So Nicholas is going to go for a tower. So good luck. We'll be in there. It's supposed to be from 20 to 22. We're landing. Oh my gosh, I've totally screwed this up. I figured we also had to get going because we didn't want to miss this guy's tower test. But I'm not. I'm arriving 19 minutes before the tower test starts. My scheduling ability today absolutely sucks. Absolutely, positively sucks. I think I should give up this flight sim stuff and just play Pong. Berlin Ops. Oh yeah, we were a gazillion light years early there. Hi Blue Rat, welcome aboard. I don't think all of the A380s are out of service. I think that every time they try to put the A380s in service, some other health crisis or political crisis or something like that, pops up into the world, and that screws over their plans to try and do that. I could play Pac-Man. Oh, actually, JSG Droid has a great idea. I'll just do a hold. Pizza Racer did Pong in the 70s. It was your very first computer, the Atari 400. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be departing our route to do some sightseeing. Flight level 370, because we need to burn some time. There we go. All right, well, let's see. JSG Droid has a great idea. Let's come over here and see what the published hold is going in. So we're going to do SIDS coming. No, we don't want to do a SID. We're arriving, so we have to do a star. See how that works? RNAV stars. I think I just crashed. It's called Blanya. Thank you, Dead Game Time. Yeah, tomorrow at standard time at Spy HQ. I just crashed. What did I do? I didn't do anything wrong.
Reinforcements incoming.
In
More
gaming
agents
just did a raid.
flight.
Hey, thanks for the raid. Okay. Disconnect from VATSIM. We'll try and make it as neat as possible. Close the program. Okay, let's go over here real fast and see. I am over LSGG. So what I should do is I should go and try and do a flight plan now from Geneva. Okay? So I should try and pick this up from Geneva, because I was just near there. So let's go and refile for Geneva. Okay? New flight. So we'll stay in Beer 441. Beer 441, LSGG. That means we're good to go, right? And we're going to LFBO. You know what I really should do? I should take my time on setting this up so that I arrive in time for this arrival, for the test. Okay, Beer 441. Let's see. Here in Geneva, what are people doing? They are landing and departing runway 22. So runway 22. Fuel planning. I think I only need about an hour of that now. 15 minutes, I mean. Okay. Beer 441, blah, 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 blah. Generate. I know what it was. You know what caused my sim to crash? When I started to go and set up a hold. That's what did it. Ah. We can make it time. Yeah, we'll be. This is the positive side of a crash, right? Like the A-Team, JSG Droid loves it when a plan comes together. It was all part of the magical 757 plan. Okay. Pong. Apparently, I don't know what I'm doing. Yep, I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'll just play Pong. No clue. Hey, I'm actually pretty good at this. Uh-oh, not as good as I thought. Not as good as I thought at all. All right, I'm gonna stop. You can play Pong on... Yeah, happy World Flight Day, Fortnite. All right, let's try it again. At least we can play Pong. Mustache, welcome aboard. Bonsoir, thank you for coming in today. We'll stretch and hydrate. And posture check. No, now we don't have to do the hold. When all else fails, we can play Pong in the web browser and it'll be okay, right? I did get the notice before, and usually that fills me with dread, like there's going to be some sort of an internet crash or something like that here at Spy HQ. But generally, we don't have internet crashes on... We don't usually have internet crashes on the weekend like this, so I don't know. Fortnite, happy World Flight Day, bonsoir Mustache. So I just hydrated, but I'm going to hydrate again. I think if I have another crash, it'll have to be a brew in the cockpit flight. Okay, that takes care of coffee. It's Spy Tea from here on out. All right, let's see. Everything's clear here. We need to stop the flight over there. And I need to get out of Volanta. Quit. Okay, there we go. Is Bergen, do you think RX 780 is good for Microsoft Flight Simulator? You know, I hate to say this and pass the buck. I'm really not that great at all of that, at a lot of that. Somebody in chat will chime in and say so, and say, yeah, okay, like Larson just said. Yeah, my advice on that is just terrible. Are those electrical contacts on the bottom of the mug? Yes, this is the infamous Ember mug. This is the infamous Ember mug. Really kind of a big trend for a while. It's kind of dropped off, but yeah, this thing, it's got a big battery that charges. And it really does. It keeps your coffee hot. This is like mission critical for me in the winter time because it gets chilly here in the apartment. And I really like it a lot. I've been happy with this Fabian. It's a great little mug. But when it's tea time, we come over here. Let's see. Crackdick Evthy says fly to Nepal with an A380. What is the IC for Nepal? Do they fly an A380 there? Because actually, we are going to do an A380 flight next. We just don't know where to go yet. It's called the Ember Mug, and Fabian, and again, it's a little pricey, It is a little bit pricey, so don't let that scare you. But I've been really happy with mine. VNKT. Oh! I don't know that we could do... Well, we often take very big airplanes and try and jam them into very small airports, usually with, you know, tragic results. Are you you're talking about departing out of Kathmandu, right? Let's see. Well, they got those really tight turns out of Kathmandu. Blue Rat says that Kathmandu has had some pretty big planes there in the past. You realize if we do that, that's going to leave the door open for somebody making some catty comments, right? Catty comments about Kathmandu. All right. Gustavo, welcome aboard. Thanks for coming by today. Boo! We gotta get that sound back, Irvy. We've got it. I have alerts on. I don't think that it has been redone. Almost done. If you're just coming in, remember you do need to go and update your FSLTL model matching, and I would also update your the A380. I'm on Sim Update 3. Hi, Desin99. Welcome, Desin99.
Welcome aboard, Agent.
Unpasteurized milk drinker. Welcome aboard, unpasteurized milk drinker. I don't know that I've got any pasture jokes right now. But you know, if I found one, I'd milk it for all it was worth. Gustavo is doing a long haul, Vegas to Seoul, South Korean. Wow, that is a long flight. All right. Oh, I may need to load an airport. Hang on. I may need to load an airport. Let me see. Uh-oh, someone's at the door. Give me a sec. Maybe they finally figured me out. There's a spy here. Nope. Nobody. Kids ringing the door. Kids ringing the door. Okay. LSGG. Do I need to load a scenery? No, I don't need to do a scenery. Good. Okay. LSGG. Yeah, it's some late trick-or-treaters. Now, actually, at this apartment complex, the kids the apartment manager does a really nice party, Halloween party for them, which is really cool. Okay. Welcome to, and let's go and make sure we're not going to spawn on anybody. Gate 32 and start. Okay. Let's see. Better put everything back. Gear down. So when you have a crash like this and you've got your controls, so my throttles were up, my gear was up, my engines were started, parking brakes were off. So you got to go and make sure all of those are reset. After a crash like that, that could be a real problem. And hydrate. Ashley. Yak Halloween? Halloween's kind of fun. I got to wear my Sherlock Holmes hat yesterday, so Halloween's a good time. That way, Ashley, right? Okay, this looks good. And there's no ATC here, so we're just going to pretend we know what we're doing. Did we get filed on VATSIM on this one? This one's going to be flight level 310. And file. Beer 441 is all set, ready to go. Cool. Larson saw maybe one or more files in the community folder that is not updated. You've got the loading is taking longer. So something is in the community folder that hasn't updated? That's a little scary. I think we could still squawk 1000. Did you see that, Larson, over in add-on linker? That I need to go and update some stuff? YSSY to NCAA. Are you doing that one? No, you saw it when I loaded the sim. Oh, okay. Sunjammer. Welcome, welcome, Sunjammer. And it appears to be a little soggy here. I did have a CTD, but I deserve to have this CTD because I started early today. I kind of started my flight early. Larson says that Geneva is Goldfinger land. You mean like Auric Goldfinger from James Bond? Okay, let's come over here and let's do VATSIM and see if we can't catch up. See if we can't catch up. Come on. Connect. Connect. All right, that should be good there. Now we need to start Volanta before somebody decides to hit the Volanta button. Volanta. Tap to import. There we go. Ground services. Preconditioned air. Get us a jetway. You know what, Gamer Taurus, it's my own silly fault because I started early today thinking I was being all clever, and I really wasn't being all that clever.
Thanks, Agent.
And other people got left behind, so I've learned not to do that again. So the crash to desktop was a good lesson. And in the middle of that, Deep Blue just did some cheers. Deep Blue just dropped 100 bits. Thanks, Deep Blue. Good evening to you. Hey, thank you for some nice jet fuel in the flight plan. Every bit helps, so thank you, Deep Blue. Since I-2 was going to be early, I'm now holding at Min2 for about 20 miles. All right, everything looks good there. And let's go ahead and try and turn some stuff on. Nav and logo lights. There we go. Paul gets 2 days off. Congratulations, Paul. Good job on getting everything done. What are your plans for 2 days off, Paul? What are your plans for 2 days off? I've got numbers in the autopilot, so the airplane's working. And it should go beep, beep. There we go. And chirp, chirp, chirp means the airplane is ready to go. Let's do ASUS, air operations, flight init, data request. You're gonna do some spy flights and some flights, other flights on your own today. That sounds like a great way to go. Nice and relaxing, right? Okay. Looks good. No ATC. Up, LSGG has a ground now. Okay. Let's see. Can I do a PDC here? Bonsoir, blah, blah. Doesn't say so. Okay, so we're going to be on the ground a little bit longer. Init request. JSG Droid says I should update this stream title. That is actually a good idea. I'm gonna do a few things in my workflow here so that I don't forget, and then I'll do that. Hi, ETEP. Crew supply of oxygen. Everything looks good. Load the airplane. Here come the passengers. I know World Flight is on right now. No, I'm not gonna fly out of there. I've already got a bunch of hurry up and wait right now. Already got a bunch of hurry up and wait here. Okay. Coward who? Me? You know what? I'll make all, sure. Yeah. Because I'm already spending too much time sitting on the ground. It's flight simulator, not sitting on the ground simulator, waiting to cut through a gazillion, other planes trying to get out of the gate. So yeah, buck, 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 buck. I think it's exclamation point redeem space chicken. And that actually gets you those. And this is looking good. Zero fuel weight, preliminary is 51.7. And that looks great. 27 point, is that an 8 or a 0? 27.8. And let's accept that. Ashley is going to do an Air New Zealand today. That looks good. Okay, let's just do numbers first. And let's come on over here. All right, taxi 0.150, 0.632, 1.39, 0.982. Those numbers are good. All right, the 8 is ILS. It is approach runway 22. We should go and get the SID point here. So let me go over there and grab a few things first. LSGG, starred, RNAV SIDS 22 south. The procedures RNAV SIDS 22 South. And we're going out on the DePaul 1 Alpha departure. DePaul 1 Alpha departure. DePaul 1 Alpha, there we go. You got to get this one here, otherwise you won't know about that, the initial climb. So the initial climb is climb and maintain flight level 90. Gotta snag that. Okay, all of these are no good anymore. Departure is 119530. Okay, so we got that too. And now it's Geneva LSGG. Okay, all of that looks great. Passengers are loading in. Why are we sitting here? Larson's phone cracked up. Those are going to happen. We'll worry about the arrival later. Let's get this going. Okay, LSGG ATIS, information echo. We are now at gate number 32. It helps to know that we're at gate number 32. All right, that all looks good, and it's obviously a little bit soggy here today. So, okay, ground is 121.855. It looks like, I think I know what happened. My Stream Deck is going crazy. I think my Stream Deck went nuts. My Stream Deck is freaking out. That's why. Stream Deck, if you don't know, they're little things with buttons on them, and it's how you control a lot of cool stuff. Hey, Nerch, welcome back. Good to see you. I think I have to restart Stream Deck. It's being a brat. Yep. Okay, Stream Deck is gone. Let's see if I can make it work now. That's how I control a lot of audio levels. Pizza Racer says, send a strongly worded letter to Elgato. Actually, I'm a big fan. I like Elgato stuff. I really like that. Rangi is back in chat. Hi, Rangi. Welcome aboard. There's an A320 Neo. Yes, there is. There's an A320 Neo. Okay. This is a problem because I can't control my audio levels without it. And everything's blank. Unable to connect to the audio router. That means we're not going to hear anything. You can manually start the audio router. Oh, really? Sorry to have to do a bunch of stuff here. Something has clearly gone wrong. Stormy may need to restart or something. All right, let's see if I can do this. Okay. Elgato. This has hardly ever happened. Volume controller. Elgato audio controller. All right, we just did that. Nothing works. See what I get for trying to start early? It's not starting. I think Stormy needs a restart here. There may not have been a CTD overhead Geneva earlier. Something happened. I think something's wrong in here. I think I need to take a little 10-minute time out here because none of my audio stuff works and we won't be able to talk on the radio or nothing. You think Murphy's on board today? I think it is. So what needs to happen is I'm going to go and restart everything. That takes about 10 minutes or so. So if you would, please give me 10 minutes and I will be right back. We'll get the live stream going again and it should work out at that point, okay? Sorry about all of the technical troubles. Something got really weird here and we'll kind of go from there. So let's see. I could do a quick raid on another live stream just so I'm not leaving you hanging here. Let's see if there's any friends here in case there's something weird going on. Is there anybody we know? Why don't you go? Melvin Leroy is doing some stuff. Why don't we go see Melvin for now? And I'm going to get to work on this and see what's going on, okay? And I will be right back as soon as I can, but something's weird here at Spy HQ. All right, there is Melvin Leroy, and that's going to go. JSG Droid is comfortable in the hold. You got an hour extra fuel? Oh my gosh. Okay, here comes Melvin. Again, sorry about this. I hate technical difficulties. Give me a few. Be right back. Cheerio.